Hey there guys, I am the Six Machine and welcome back to another Warhammer video. With the reveal of the Black Templars Codex and the new Emperor's Champion model, as well as a cheeky little tease about an upcoming box set, I think we were all rather excited to see what new models and designs and rules may be coming alongside the Black Templars release. And now, much to the annoyance of some of you Salamanders players, I am sure, we have been shown off one of the new models which is coming in the presumably incoming Black Templars box set with an entirely brand new weapon type. The model you can see on your screen now is a Black Templars Initiate, so one of the ones which are fully fledged Marines and which train up the neophytes in their mixed squads, and he is wielding a very funky new flamer weapon called the Pyreblaster. Now, before we get into anything else, I have to say right from the get-go, I'm not 100% sold on the design of the gun. The extended flamer barrel looks a little bit weird to me, if I'm being completely honest, but I do absolutely love the overall look of the model. I think it's a very cool, unique, basic Intercessor style Marine, but the tabard, the Black Templar cross on his helmet, the shoulder markings, and the chain on his hand, it is very reminiscent of what you would expect from a Black Templars model, and really does a good job of showing you that this is 100% a Black Templar without being too over the top and too ostentatious. And so I do think this does serve quite a nice double purpose of being definitely a Black Templar Marine, but also with a tiny bit of filing work and customization, you could very easily adapt this to almost any other chapter that you really wanted to. So overall, aside from the gun, which I'm a bit iffy on, very good, very solid, simplistic, but still cool model, which I do think will fit in with a variety of Marine armies. What I do think is quite interesting is whether this, being an initiate, will follow the same Primaris style squads of all being armed with one weapon. So will it be a squad of initiates all with Pyreblasters, or will this be very much a special weapon upgrade that maybe one or two of the models in the squad can take, and then the rest will just have bolt rifles or heavy bolt pistols and chainswords? I do think it may well be the former, sticking with the same style of Intercessors or Hellblasters that we have seen before, where they all have to be equipped with the same weapon type. That does seem to me to be the Primaris thing, the Primaris shtick. So I am expecting it to stay that way, but it does mean, in my opinion, that I imagine this Flamer style weapon unit may be coming to all the other chapters in the near future as either possibly a weapon change option for something like the Hellblasters, or an entirely new unit that just deals in flamer weapons, like we have plasma for the Hellblasters. And I also wonder if maybe, as we saw with the bolt rifles and with the plasma incinerators, there may well end up being 3 different versions of this gun that we can eventually take advantage of: the assault, the normal, and the heavy Pyreblaster, for example, to add some more variety and flexibility to the loadout that you can give certain squads. In terms of the weapon stats itself, we were also shown off those, and as you might expect, it's very much a regular flamer style profile with an auto-hitting assault d6, strength 4, 1 damage set of stats. However, as we have seen with most other Primaris weapons, the range and the AP is where we see the improvements over the standard Marine weapons, with an extra 3 inches of range, bringing it to a very healthy 15 inches, and then also getting the -1 AP, making it just that little bit better at pushing through the armor saves of anything you fire it into. I don't think it's a bad profile by any means. Auto hitting is always nice, although with the swinginess of d6 shots, you can never be sure about how well it is actually going to perform. But alongside that, the -1 AP is a very welcome change and really will help you to punish things like gaunts and orcs and guardsmen, and making them really feel every single wound that you get through. I do think that of the 2 changes, the extra range is nice and will certainly come into effect in a lot of games, but I don't think it's as huge a change as the extra -1 AP personally. With flamers already going up to 12 inches across the board, it's much less of a big improvement as opposed to how it would have been if flamers had stayed at 8 inches like they were in 8th edition. Then this mix up to 15 inches would have been absolutely game changing. But as it is right now in 9th, I would say it's a nice little buff and will absolutely help to keep your squad a little bit safer from the enemy. But at the end of the day, you're Black Templars. And, you know, obviously this will change when other chapters potentially get access to the Pyreblaster, but for Black Templars specifically, you want to get close anyway, so that extra 3 inches of range, I really don't think it's going to impact you all that much. I think it's going to be really interesting when other chapters do hopefully get access to these kind of flame weapons. Chapters like the Salamanders will really love it, and I think there are other chapters that may make use of it better than the Black Templars do, but it's really nice to see that there are some new weapon types coming for the Primaris Marines, although obviously, you know, there are other armies that could potentially do with more love than just getting more Marine stuff. But in either case, it's nice to see some new weapons, and I think a lot of people have been clamoring for Flamer style Hellblasters since 8th edition came out, really, so it's nice to see that possibly that may well be on the way fairly soon. And I am also quite interested to see what an assault or a heavy version of the Pyreblaster may look like. Maybe 2d3 or d3 plus 3 shots for the assault version, and then perhaps maybe an extra strength and AP for the heavy version. I think that would be quite interesting as a way to mix things up and give you some variety in your squads, much like the assault bolt rifles and the heavy bolt rifles can do for your Primaris Marines. But that's it. It was a very short article yesterday just showing off this new model, which I do really love, and this new weapon, which I think is really interesting and possibly a pretty good sign of what we may expect going forward as well. But what do you think? What do you think of the model? Is it Black Templars enough for you, or would you have preferred some more bling on it? And also, what do you think of the Pyreblaster? Do you like it as a weapon option, and do you think it's going to be rolled out to other Marine chapters in the future, or do you think this is purely a Black Templar specific weapon? Let me know in the comments below, and as always, thank you very much for watching. Please do like and subscribe for more Warhammer content from me, but until next time, I will catch you later, guys.